No. Act on. We can put the video up there.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
What's going on, everybody out there? This is John
Sure.
and on this channel, what we do is reaction videos as well as give our opinions and thoughts on everyday life situations. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to be covering this topic that's trending right now, which is the Will Smith and Chris Rock ordeal, and yeah, it's going to be about their apologies. They officially have apologized. Big ups to both of them for doing that, for being better, better men, for that. And so what we're going to do is dive into it. So we're going to read Chris Rock's first. And as you see here, it says that as a comedian, it can be difficult to understand which lines are to be crossed and which ones aren't. Last night, I crossed a line that I shouldn't have and paid the enormous price of my reputation as a renowned comedian. Comedy is never about poking fun at or making light of people with major ordeals happening in their lives. Comedy is about using real life circumstances to create laughter and bring light to an otherwise dark world. With that said, I sincerely apologize to my friends Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith, and the rest of the Smith family for the disrespect and disregard I displayed, which was unfortunately broadcast for the world to see. I hope that with time, forgiveness can come of this situation and we can all be better, more considerate people in the end. It says Chris Rock at the end. So, what you get out of that?
Well, I think it was a great idea for him to put out that apology statement, and so it just shows how both of them are trying to get past this situation. But also too, under the comments, it says much respect, Chris. So another person said next time dip and duck, apologizing at the same time.
The internet is
Yes,
just ruthless.
yeah. I mean, the internet is really diving deep. And one said perfectly said, and so I think it's going over very well. So,
However,
however,
all right. However, here's what I think about the whole situation, and like I said, I'm glad they're apologizing. And what it said in there, he said, comedy is about using real life circumstances to create laughter and bring light to an otherwise dark world. So, and he said it's never about poking fun or making light of people's major ordeals. So here's the thing, what I really saw in it. Now, was Chris right for making the joke about it? Was it the right timing? I don't think it was. I don't think it was right to do it, because of what was going, on. But here is the thing also. Chris, I don't believe he was making fun of her health condition. See, I think there's a difference in when we get emotional, we just start saying stuff and not really looking at it for what it really is. Now, I really just can't see how Chris was just like, you're sick, ha, 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 and I'm making fun of your medical condition and stuff like that, or what's, something that's wrong with you. I don't think that was it. I think that what was in his mind was that she looked at like G.I. Jane. Right. And so her hair was cut short like that. And so he just took a shot at the joke of G.I. Jane, which I think went really, didn't go over well anyway. The joke really wasn't funny or anything. So here's the thing that I think about it. I think the joke was forgettable. As far as Will going up on stage and just slapping the man, I think that's overreacting, and because the joke would have just, I think, just moved on. It wouldn't have, nobody would have really just remembered that joke like that. But now if you think about it, now people do remember the joke. Now they do know what's going on. And another thing that I was talking about was that I didn't know Jada was going through that. I'm not really a follower of her, so I don't know what's going on. But when I see her with her short haircut, I thought that she was just wearing a different hairstyle and she was just doing her, And so a lot of people like me, that's not her fans or not, following her and stuff like that and know stuff about her. They would just probably thinking the same thing, that she's just rocking the low haircut style. That's it. Do you? That's you. Okay. So nobody really thinking about, that. So when Chris Rock makes that joke to the people that don't know what she's going through, then we just think it's a joke about short hair, but not about that, not about her condition. But when you peel back and find out it's about it, then you see, that can be offensive and stuff like that. But for those who didn't know it, they just didn't know. They was just like, okay, G.I. Jane, we get it. Yeah, it ain't really funny. Let's move on. And Chris Rock was going to move on. But when Will reacted to it, it escalated the situation. Now, whatever was, not supposed to be kind of aired out as much, even though Jada talked about her, condition and stuff like that, even though it wasn't supposed to be aired out like that, now it's really like aired out because now
someone said, school him, Mr. Washington, whether you feel that it was warranted or not. The truth is that black women must be respected and protected by any means necessary. Shout out to my Philadelphia brother Will Smith for standing up for his queen. Whatever we claim to know or think about their marriage, he made it clear to the world tonight that he loves his wife beyond measure and will do anything to protect her. You can say that it wasn't the right time or place for it, but who gets to dictate when it is acceptable to protect the black woman? To defend the honor of the black woman is something for which we should all be willing to die. Additionally, shout out to Mr. Denzel Washington for championing Will's right to win the award tonight, despite also being up for the same nomination. To hold up your brother against one's own desire is the essence of selflessness. To those two men demonstrating honor, black brotherhood, and service tonight, the fact that they did it in front of the Hollywood's elite on one of the grandest of stages, with the entire world watching, make the impact to much more powerful. Salute to my brothers. So what you think about that?
I don't. I'm going to answer. I'm going to actually comment on that right there. But I want to kind of go back to something that I was, saying before about. I'm not condoning Chris Rock's behavior. Neither am I condoning Will Smith's behavior.
Right.
I think both had wrong parts in the situation, and they both said, things about it. And we'll get to Will Smith's side in just a few. But on Chris Rock's part, that's a sensitive subject for her and for Will, as we're going to see in his post. So going there can push the limits. And if you're pushing the limits, then there are going to be consequences, whether you like them or not, whether they're good or not, whether they are politically correct or not. It is what it is. So it's something that Chris has learned from, to just be careful with the things that you do say, because it could be a sensitive subject. However, Chris Rock has been doing this on the stage for a very long time. And it's not like he just pinpointed just her.
Right.
It was other people, other couples that he mentioned as well, that he joked on and had some jokes about. Because, it's Chris Rock jokes about like some of everybody. It's like if you are in the Oscars while he's in there, it's like you just fair game. And even if you're not in there or something like that, because I think he made a joke about Jada and them not being there before, Right. So it's like fair game, for him to, to joke, in that setting. Right. What they're saying is some reactions, like what Will did. Obviously it did.
It did.
So,
it did.
and that was the slap that we, the slap that he did.
Slap.
A very professional slap. He took
Very
back, reared back,
professional.
and it was like, you know, and that he was able to fix himself. And, you know,
I mean, I ain't never seen nobody.
all right.
I mean,
now Chris took it like a
professional.
champ, though, y'all. He took
did.
it like a champ.
He did. He
Okay,
didn't
it
stumble.
was like, wow,
He bounced back real good and was able to still keep on
the
cue.
greatest moment in television
Yes,
history, huh?
he said.
And
And
so
it
something like
was.
that. I guess I'm paraphrasing with that
Yes.
and everything. So with that being said, I do think, like I said, the joke would have been forgettable, and that the what was trying to be accomplished on that night
Right.
was really diluted by that incident right there. So
Right.
what am I saying? I'm saying that it was about his nomination and being getting that Oscar for him acting. I mean, I'm a big Will Smith fan as far as when it comes to like movies and stuff like that. And, you know, I watched his, you know, pretty much all of his movies, you know, and love them and love his acting skills and everything, you know. And so with that, I didn't want that being taken away from him. Cause I was like, the last time that he wasn't even, you know, nominated, you know, the black people not getting nominated for Oscars. I'm like,
Right.
I really would like to see us there. And, you know, we were there. He's there. You know, of course we had black, you know, Oscars and stuff, but, you know, we don't get it a lot.
Right.
So when he's there, I just didn't want that to be that incident to dilute it, but it did. Because you can say all day, okay, they didn't do nothing to him, but listen, what made the front page? What was all over social media? Was it really about him getting the Oscar, or was it about him slapping somebody? So the whole thing, of course, yes, it was celebrated that he got the Oscar, but what was really on the news and what was on people's Twitter pages and all that stuff was him slapping somebody, and that kind of diluted his achievement, and I didn't want that to happen or anything. So, you know, I think the joke, if he would have kind of just let it slide, or maybe not even laughed at it, just been like,
Stern face, just.
if
okay,
he did
bro.
that right there, I think that'd have been a great response, because Jada, she did it. She was like, she showed her disgust
she
in
did.
it.
She did. She was like,
But Will laughed. He
He
did.
did.
Now I don't know if it
He
was
told-
a.
he
I don't know if it was
laughed
a
at
like a.
He laughed at the first joke before he went to Jay.
No.
He did.
Mm-mm.
Let's be going.
No. We can put the video up there.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
You know, and show that when Chris Rock said it, he had chuckled. Well, he was laughing at it. I chuckled. He was laughing at it. Now I don't know if he saw Jada and then Jada was like, "Hey, I'm not laughing. It ain't funny," and he went up there and like, went up there, or maybe he was doing a fake laugh or something like that. I'm not sure. You know, which one what it was, but we know that we saw him walk up there, and Chris Rock was like,
I'm out here. Uh-oh.
and then
Brace yourself.
and
And
he
he
didn't
did.
brace himself. He kind of leaned over, 'cause I guess he was going. I think he was expecting Will to say something.
Richard.
Yeah.
He said something
Well, yeah, he did. I mean,
with his hand.
He did. I really do believe that now that this has gone forth and aired out, you know, they can just move past it.
Well, here we go. Let's look at
Let's move
Will
past it.
Smith's apology. Let's look at what he.
Yes.
Let's look at what Will Smith says. Will Smith says, "Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally." He wrote, "I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line, and I was wrong. I am embarrassed, and my actions were not indicative of the man that I want to be. There's no place for violence in a world of love and kindness." So it says Smith added to his post that violence in all forms is poisonous and destructive. And it says he also included in his note an an apology to the Academy, the producers of the show, and all the attendees and everyone watching around the world, as well as the families of the tennis stars Venus and Serena Williams and those involved in the film. That's what I'm talking about with Venus and Serena Williams. It was about their father and showing the greatness of their father through the acting of Will Smith in that movie by him receiving that Oscar for the great role that he was representing. And I think that overarching, achievement and accomplishment and the story about that kind of, really got clouded and, really covered, up by what had happened.
But also he said that I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for all of us. He wrote, I am a work in progress. And I believe that we all are a work in progress. The only difference between us and them is that they live their lives publicly for everyone to see, for everyone's opinions, whether they want to hear about it or not. I mean, it's publicly.
It's
so,
public.
Like I said, now that they have apologized, I pray that, everybody can move on from this at your best day. That's all I can say. At your best day. So, and this was one of his best days. So, I give both of them a pass. I really do. I give both of them a pass. So, at the best day, because one day I pray that
y'all know that we don't agree on everything, so we're talking together and everything.
Yeah. I mean,
you can look, you don't have to give a person a pass, but you can forgive them.
Yeah, you can forgive them.
So you can't say that a pass means like, oh, what you did didn't mean anything, So we'll just pass that over.
Well, if that's the case, both of them have okay, they did something. Well, Chris did something to Will and Jada, and then Will did something to Chris. So it's going to take both of them. They both apologized.
Yes.
Let's move on. Brighter and bigger things ahead. So
good that both of them did apologize. They came together, and hopefully the people in the world in social media can do the same thing. I do just hate that this moment, that great moment, was stained by that, because no matter how you slice the cake on this, it's just that moment is gonna be like, you'll be talking to people and they'll be like, remember that, it's not like they're gonna be like, remember when Will Smith won that Oscar, about, with King Richard, doing his role in King Richard. That was awesome. Yeah, well, people gonna talk about it and he's gonna be known for that. But what do you really think? And put this in the comment section below, for real. What do you really think that he would be remembered for in this moment? Really? Like, don't get into the emotions and all the Nah, for real. Because what made the headlines? Think about it. What made headlines? What really made headlines? Also, here's something kind of, a little comical to think about is, let's say, do you think that Will would have did that to anybody? Or was it just, would it be just Chris Rock that he would have, the guts to like just get up and go up there to, Do you think if The Rock was up there, Dwayne Johnson, would he went up there and?
Someone said if this is gonna coincide on what you were saying. It says, would you have slapped Jimmy Kimmel or a Caucasian comic? Would he have been allowed to sit there after slapping Will Ferrell? We so quick to run up on another black person, our brother, but not the other.
Man.
Comedians often push boundaries. How many Magic Johnson jokes have we all heard? Whitney Houston, drug jokes. Someone said, heck, comedian jokes about R. Kelly
Ouch.
urinating on a minor.
The truth.
If
it
we
hurts
start
for real.
condoning violence every time a comic tells a tacky joke, then just shut down all comedy shows. Oh,
Hold on, real quick. Notice, is that a who is it? He wrote that.
Nah, this is a he.
Now, when he wrote that, he said tacky joke.
Tacky joke.
Like I said, like I really think the joke would have been forgettable.
Yeah.
Like I think once Chris Rock moved on, nobody would have really remembered the Jada joke.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that good of a joke to remember. You know, it was like move on. Nobody would. If the night would have went on and Will Smith would have won the Oscar, Will Smith won the Oscar on the news front line, it would be Will Smith won the Oscar and stuff like that. It wouldn't have been the Jada joke. But I think because Will slapped him, now that whole situation and everything that comes with that has been heightened, and people have been made aware of it now. Mm-hmm. Now the stuff that should have been, you know, like a little, you know, not exposed is, you know, exposed now.
And and also it says this Robert says that Robert L. Webster says that was a bully move. If that had been Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, or even Lil Kevin Hart, he wouldn't have done that. Will made the rest of the show awkward.
The truth be told, yes, because everybody's left in like, wow, what was that? Because remember, maybe everybody in there did not know about Jada's condition or what was going on. But because of that, you know, now people dug into it and actually found out what was going on.
Right. And it says the Williams sisters could not even comfortably celebrate the win because Will made everything awkward. He used their dad's legacy to defend what he did. That's not cool. And the tension in the room as the camera cut to them is further proof that Will was wrong. Plus, what about so-called King James' other children he did nothing for? Why is he a king again?
Now, anybody else's do we read somebody else's thoughts and stuff like that? I don't agree with everybody what they saying and stuff like that. I ain't talking about and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's just
not agreeing with everything that everybody says, but you know, I do believe that Will was wrong in his reactions. I do believe Chris was insensitive with his joke that he had made and stuff like that. But at the same time,
he did.
What about what is this? What is this like protecting like the Black Queen or something like that? Like what does that come in? Because here's the thing: if you really get into Chris Rock's mind, I'd really believe, and I just believe. I don't really know. I'm not gonna claim that I know, but I just believe that the joke, like I said in the beginning, I didn't believe that he made it to say, "I'm going to make fun of your sickness." It was I understand how people took it like that because you making fun of her hair, but you don't know that her hair is that way because of her sickness,
right?
And so people tied it in as well as Will Smith did too. But I don't think Chris Rock approached that joke in that way of saying, I'm making fun of your sickness. And so when people do that, I see how that didn't seem that way to me. Now, I do think the joke is insensitive because he didn't know or he wasn't really recognizing, you know, the situation. But at the same time, this, you know, protecting the Black Queen and her, you know, honor and stuff like that. Chris Rock did not go and attack like her, like trying to hit her and trying to get all up in her face and stuff like that. Matter of fact, after he said the joke, he like moved on. Yeah. He was like, okay, all right. He said, come on, like that was a good one. Let's move on. And he said, all right, whatever, let's move on. So he was done.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like he was just viciously just attacking her. And so what it seems like on social media, people are saying, he got to stand up and protect her because he was attacking, like Chris Rock was really just attacking her. And we got to make it we gotta see that that's not really what was going on. The joke was insensitive. Yes, it was.
It was just bad.
I believe
time.
it was just,
it was just bad
for
timing.
everything.
Yeah, it was bad timing.
Everything, and it just
was bad timing. So, prayerfully, like I said, everybody can move on from this. And
all right.
lessons learned in this situation. So, guys,
Make sure that you subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
Make sure we're gonna be putting up more videos, more reactions. Okay, make sure you subscribe to this channel. All right, do it right now. Right now. Are you doing it? All right, good. All right. So, wait a minute. You now go ahead, do it now. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell too, so you can get every video that we send out. Make sure you comment below. Let us know your comments. Make sure they're respectful.
Yes.
Make sure they're respectful, okay? Because we don't want to block you, okay? All right, we'll block you with, the hand. Look at that joke. It's not even finna go over, right? It ain't going over well. My wife like, that joke ain't go over well right there. So we'll see you guys in the next video, okay?